Hey y'all, it's Eric. Welcome to week 4, Define Gender on Tuesdays. So we're talking about binding this week. I know I said something last week about binding at work, that I do not bind at work unless I'm on short days because I'm at work for about 10.5 hours. It's very uncomfortable for me, so as of right now I don't bind at work, but in the future I will when things start getting closer to getting on T and everything and all that good stuff. So I actually own 5 binders and I only wear 3 of them. My very first binder was from Underworks. It was the tri-top. I asked the guy, hey, this is my size, what do you think I should get? Because somebody said that, the Underworks website, they obviously they're designed to bind, but they're not giving you the size to give you the best compression. So I asked him and he said I should get a small. So here I order a small and I wait 2 weeks and it comes in. I get so excited, I rip the package open, I go to put it on, and I get one arm about right here and I'm stuck. Yeah, it's like a 3-ring circus watching me in my living room with this damn thing on my head and one arm through it. Yeah, it took me about half an hour to get it off. So, because unfortunately nobody decided to come home that day. So that was that. Obviously it was too small. Then my roommate moved it, and I couldn't find it to return it. So now I'm stuck with a small tri-top that has been used with one arm. Then I bought, this one, which is the 997 from Underworks, the double compression. That was my second one I bought. I liked it, except for the night that I decided to ride my motorcycle home from Iowa, from my girlfriend's house. 3 hours in the rain is not good. Humidity, rain, sweat is not your friend when you're wearing a binder. Yeah, again, it was like a 3-ring circus trying to get this sucker off because I just wanted to go to bed. I wanted to get dry, warm up, and go to bed. And I couldn't get it off over my head because it was so wet. I couldn't roll it down. It was very comical once again. So my first 2 binder experiences have been very, very interesting. So after that fact, I decided that I still want a binder, but at the same time, if it rains or if I just get out of the shower and I have to go, I need something that can go on very quickly, very easily, come off very quickly, very easily. So I got this one, which is the 980 from Underworks, and it has these, what are they called, eye and hook closures or whatever. It's like what's on regular bras or whatever. It's all the way down the front. Really good because then you can there's actually 2 hooks per set, 2 hooks per set all the way down, so that you can do it just a little bit tighter if you want. So I like that because, like I said, if it's wet, I can still throw it on. I can still do that. I found even with like a tank top or something on under the 997, I still was hard to get on. So those are my 2 binders that I primarily use. I had just purchased a binder from T Kingdom because I want to try that out. I don't want to be one of those people that are like, oh, I hate T Kingdom, I hate Underworks, but I've never bought one. So I bought Underworks, I like Underworks. Now I bought T Kingdom, I'm waiting for it to come in. Hopefully it comes in here relatively soon. My last binder really isn't technically a binder. It's the swim tank from Underworks, which is right here. It's got a panel and a zipper. This I found is easier, much easier to get into if you step into it and pull it up. The thing is, unlike the other 2, it's wet, it's made to get wet, obviously it's a swim tank. But when it's wet, it's not a big deal. It comes off very easily. I found that it doesn't bind as well as the actual binders themselves. But if you wear a t-shirt or something to the lake, or just somewhere, somebody's private pool, it doesn't make a difference. Yeah, it works. It works well. I don't recommend wearing it by itself without something over top of it. Unless you're small-chested, then otherwise people might tend to question, Then you just tell them you have that male breast thing. I don't remember the medical term for it. So, I have my own personal list of binding no-nos. This, again, is my personal list. Somebody else's could be different. Myself, number one on the very, very tip top of my no-nos is ACE bandages. Guys, throw them the hell out. You do not want them. You do not want any part of them. I know Connor was talking about rolling up. Absolutely correct. They roll up. They will tighten. If you move, you can crack a rib. You can damage your muscles. You can damage your rib cage. You can do severe damage with ACE bandages, guys. Throw them out. Right now. Throw them out. Or use them for their proper use. I did it for Halloween one year. Let me tell you, the one and only time I've ever done it. Will not do it again. I would rather spend the money on a true binder than the $3 or $4 that it costs for a roll of ACE. It's just the hassle, the pain. The thing with the bandages is if for some reason they roll down, now you're left with no binding whatsoever and people staring at you. Rolling up or rolling down can cause severe pressure points. Again, I said, it can crack a rib if you move wrong or whatever. And the thing is with the ACEs is you can tighten them pretty much as you want to. The other thing with it is they constrict your breathing a lot, which is bad for you because you need oxygen in your blood. Number 2 on my binder no-nos is wearing a binder that is too small. Whether you can actually get into it, unlike I could, don't do it. Really don't do it. Because, again, like the ACE bandage, you can cause muscle damage. I know there's some guys on YouTube that have vlogged about their inability to bind for multiple weeks because they bound too tightly and damaged their sternums and all those muscles that are there that are required to lift things and all that stuff. Number 3 is double binding. It's along the same lines as binding too small, whereas it can restrict your breathing. So if you ever feel lightheaded while wearing a binder, the smart thing would do is to take it off, or if it's possible, adjust it so that it's a little bit looser. I know a lot of places suggest that you don't bind for more than 5 to 6 hours. Get real, guys. We all know that you guys do it all day long, every day. So you're in it from 6 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock the next morning. Just be smart about it. If you start to feel lightheaded or if it starts to hurt, be smart. It's not worth the medical bills. It's not worth the embarrassment if you were to pass out and people didn't know you were trans and all of a sudden medics come in and they rip your shirt off and there you go, So yeah, be smart about it. So yeah, that's my take on binding. Yeah, so I guess next week's topic is clothes. I own a lot of clothes, but most of them are work clothes, so this should be rather interesting. So yeah, we'll catch y'all next week.